Hello and welcome to Tactical Waffle Episode 1. My name is Ben and I'm a Chelsea fan.
I'm George and I'm a City fan.
I'm Cody and I'm a fan of FA Cup winners Crystal Palace.
And I'm Lewis, I'm a fan of the European champions, Tottenham.
And so the premise of this podcast is we're going to talk the football events of the current day and obviously have a bit of old stuff in there. But today we're going to start with a more current topic of the mid-season of the Premier League.
Yeah.
We're at the middle of the football season. We're coming up to game week 16 or 17, I think.
Yeah.
So we're going to just run through good teams, good players, bad teams, bad players, and who we think's done well and who we think's done shite.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think we'll start with bad teams. We'll start with the teams who have underperformed, maybe haven't lived up to the hype that they could have done. And there's obviously like one team that surrounds this and epitomises this, and this would be Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Yeah. Obviously,
Clear favourites for that.
Obviously, the big summer that they've had, you'd expect more.
Are we just forgetting about Wolves?
Where would you like to start? Do we want to start at the team that had like the most expectation, or do you want to start with?
To be fair, the way that Wolves finished this season, I'll start with Wolves. The way that Wolves finished last season under Viktor Pereira, it was looking good going into this season. And then they had such a poor start to the season and still extended his contract at some point. For I think 3 years, I think it was.
I think they just had a poor transfer window in general. Like they didn't sign any standout players that could replace Neto or just any of the other players that they sold.
They lost Nori to Man City for £35 million, I think it was.
Yeah. Who's that Brazilian they signed from? Like Fluminense?
Andre. Arias was from...
No, Arias was from Girona.
Yeah.
I think.
No, the winger?
From Fluminense.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. He's done awful this season.
So, to my knowledge, they signed a winger, Fer Lopez, I think his name is.
Yeah.
He's barely played.
No, he hasn't. No, and there's discussions about him going out on loan.
25 million quid, by the way. 25 million quid, and he's just not playing.
There's a discussion about him going on loan to Celta Vigo, I think I read the other day.
Yeah.
And I think they spent, £100+ million on players over the summer.
Yeah.
They got a left back, I think a German Moller Wolfe, I think his name is.
Yeah, he looked quite good though.
The right back whose name escapes me begins with T. The quick one, he's recorded.
Oh, he's got a long name.
He's recorded one of the fastest sprints this season. I think it's something stupid miles per hour.
Yeah.
They signed that centre back from Girona. I think his name's
Krejci.
Yeah.
One of my mates is a Wolves fan, and they have said he's actually got a bit of something.
He does. They moved him into midfield at one point, and he just. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I know towards the end of last season they had signed Babu, I think, who's people liked.
Agbadu.
That people.
Oh yeah.
People rave about him.
People liked him.
Every time I've watched him play, he's been poor.
It was literally just because of that one meme on social media where it just goes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then obviously,
that's what it is.
I think also they signed this 6'4" striker.
Oh, that
Tolu.
Yeah. Keeping Strand Larsen, I thought was gonna be huge for them.
He's not been that good.
And he's been poor.
Yeah. Ever since he's come back from injury, he's been awful.
And with hindsight, you'd look back at the offer they'd got from Newcastle, because I think Newcastle were looking. They were in the
50
period.
mil.
They were in the period where they were without Isak, or Isak wasn't part of the team.
They've done well off of it, I think. Getting Watermada.
Yeah, they've done. We've got to talk about him.
I love
We've got to talk about
Watermada.
him at some point.
Yeah.
But Wolves, I think, there's not been a bright spot for them.
No,
either.
they look awful.
They have been poor.
I think they've had the joint worst Premier League start ever.
Yeah.
They picked up 2 points.
2 points,
still
and
yet to
we're
win a
in
game.
15, 16 games.
Yeah. And the thing is, I'm pretty sure Derby had won a game by this point as well. So, imagine if they
that team was horrific.
Imagine if Wolves break their record.
They haven't.
Do you think they will?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they will. Yeah.
I saw someone on TalkSport talking about how many points they think they'll end on. I think they counted 7 points they'll get from the remaining.
Well,
17
we're
to
nearly
20
halfway
games.
through the season and they picked up 2 points. If they carry on the way they are, they'll pick up probably 5 maximum.
I would say that if they spend in January, they might have a chance of like not being the worst team in Premier League history. But I think they're getting relegated.
How many? I might have to check how many points they are behind everyone else. I think.
I'm pretty sure they're 13 points off the actually safe.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
But they've got some good young pieces in there as well. I
think they have really good midfielders, but they don't play. Like their midfield is shocking this season. But like where they have put João Gomez, Andre, and that
Munetsi.
He's meant to be really, really good, but then always ends up in the box.
I'm convinced whenever I've watched Wolves highlights, he's never like really come into the game. He's just he's just there for running around.
He's like Bernardo Silva. He sort of just runs around, doesn't really doesn't really do much with the ball anymore. It's just like
so. Wolves are, as we know, 20th with 2 points, and they are 8 points from Burnley, who are 19th.
I think the fact that Burnley are 8 points over them.
They are 13 points from safety as it stands.
If you look at some of the games that Wolves have played so far, like I genuinely don't see them getting 9 points.
Was it?
Half of the season. They've already played all the pro teams, and I think they drew to someone, and they lost all the rest of them. So I genuinely don't see them getting it. Like maybe 2 points in the second half of the season, but to be honest, I don't see them winning a game at all. Like they've been that bad.
I think maybe if they win a game, they might pick up a draw. Because I mean, when they drew to Tottenham, how the hell we drew to them? That's just Tottenham
That's
home
who
for you.
they drew against.
They drew against Tottenham and then drew against Brighton.
Thing is, you would have lost that game as well. It was only a Paulinho.
João Paulinho, and he went mental off of drawing at home to Wolves.
Drawing at home to Wolves, the worst Premier League team in history.
It's just such a Tottenham thing to do.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, we do that for everyone.
I've just had a look at Wolves' next 4 games. They've got Arsenal, Brentford, Liverpool, and Manchester United.
Yeah, they're cooked.
Yeah, good.
That's their season done.
Yeah.
Well,
Raps.
Arsenal at the weekend. I'm assuming that's probably like a 5:30 game or something like that.
It's like the Emirates as well.
So they might be in trouble. But Arsenal are without a lot of people as they were.
They still have a very good squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Arsenal yesterday, yes, it's Club Brugge, but they're still.
They were fantastic.
Yeah.
Madueke looked really good last night.
Then they got Brentford. I personally love Brentford. I think they're going to be fantastic.
I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised at how I actually had them going down.
Yeah.
At the start of the season. Yeah. And I'm actually so surprised at how well they pulled together.
We'll do a segment on Brentford.
I think they're like Brighton though, aren't they? They're just fine.
They're just sustainable.
Yeah, they're just sustainable.
And then obviously, and ironically, also we can talk about in this section is Liverpool.
Shocking. Very bad. Surprise.
Let's just say Liverpool haven't lived up to the hype that we thought they would. So far,
we can say that. Yeah.
Well, in the summer, I think they spent upwards of £300 to £400 million. I want to say
they spent a lot.
150 mil on Verts, 130 mil on Isak,
95 on Ekatike.
Yeah.
40 on Gyökeres, I think.
Yeah.
He's been poor in my opinion.
35.
Frimpong was 35, and they tried to even go in for Gay for 30 mil.
I think it was more.
Good, we kept him.
I think it was upwards of 60 for Gay.
No, because they wouldn't. Because Palace wanted around about 60, but they kept coming in at 30 because they could have quite easily have taken Gahey straight away.
And then in the last second of the window,
refused to pay the money, and then last second window, and obviously possibly Glasner had something to do with the fact he didn't leave.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with Glasner there. Like, apparently he threatened to walk, but I don't think that's true.
I don't think it's true, but even if he did threaten to walk, I reckon you're glad that they listened.
I'd do anything for Glasner, honestly.
But on Liverpool, I think having watched them and we've got 15 games now of the new players, people coming in, potentially adapting of the system. Slot has had no clue in my eyes. He's not known how to fit these players in. I mean, Verts has only just scored his first Premier League goal, I think.
It didn't go. It went down his own goal.
Oh, they chalked it off.
Yeah.
Right.
But I will say is that now that they've taken Salah out of the team, Salah's a great player, but this season he's just not living up to it.
No, absolutely not.
And now they've taken Salah out of the team, they do look slightly better.
Yeah,
it's so clear of Hazard. I'm just saying, has the fact that you would mention Hazard and Salah in the same conversation.
Well, at one point it was a debate.
Yeah, it was.
It was
Salah's
never a
output is
debate.
insane.
It's never not been a debate.
Yeah.
But it's the
It's
same
not
as
now. In my opinion, it's not now.
When Tottenham first signed Kulusevski, it was a debate with Saka. You look back at it now, and it was outrageous the fact that we debated Saka and Kulusevski.
It was like Haaland and Nunes when the duo joined.
Nunes, I love Nunes. I think he's such a good player. He just can't score.
Is it still not a debate though? Because I mean, Hazard was awful at Madrid.
He was so bad in Madrid.
Yeah.
It's because he loved
But
McDonald's.
I mean, like the things with Salah is that he's been consistent for the past 10 years. Like,
Yeah.
Like the first season he joined, he scored 32 Premier League goals, which was, I'm pretty sure, it equaled the record.
Yeah.
There's no way it's not a debate, but
I think it is a debate. It's just who you prefer, really.
Do you think he'll leave this summer?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I think he'll leave in January.
It's broken down so bad.
Yeah.
And it's got to the press, and
It was his
when
own
Slot
stupid
speaks
fault.
out about it, it's
It was his own stupid fault for going straight to the press after that game and complaining about Slot when a lot of managers still actually kind of back players actually back Slot still.
Yeah.
Alexander Isak.
Oh, don't even get me
Did you
started.
see his header against Everton? I think it was no, it wasn't Everton.
What, the
It
one where he
was-
just
it was
completely missed
Bournemouth
it?
or someone.
It's like he's just completely lost his ability to play football. Like,
I think about this. The whole Isak drama was everything over the summer. It was everywhere. Like
you forgot
the
that.
press wasn't training
Yeah.
for Newcastle. I think you've got to credit how well Eddie Howe handled it. Whoops.
Yeah.
And B, how they've used the 130 million they got from Isak.
Newcastle have done well.
And
off
they've
of it.
invested in Nick Voltemada, who obviously has
big
been.
fan. He's so good.
Yeah, I really like him.
he's so lanky.
Nick Voltemada is weirdly good on the ball for like 6'4", 6'5". He's ridiculous.
He's even bigger than that. I think he's 6'7" or something.
Well, him and Dan Burn both have
Yeah.
the duck.
Why are you looking at me like that?
But he's started really poorly, in my opinion. He's not. I think you've got to earn the right to start, no matter how much you pay for
Wait, who
someone.
are you on about?
Isak.
He's like, oh, okay. I thought you were on
No player's bigger than the club, so yes, actually.
Oh yes,
team,
absolutely,
so-
yeah. Which I think is where Salah, they could be having a similar issue. But Isak has been far from what we expected of him.
Can I just say on this, right? Underwhelming player this season, Anthony Gordon.
No, he's been banging recently.
He's been banging
really
in the
good.
Champions League. Six.
Yeah, but he
goal
started
contributions-
terrible.
6 goal contributions.
Have
in
you
the
Seven
Champions League
in the
so far.
last 3
Oh,
games?
7 now.
In
Yeah.
the last 3 games against Tottenham, him and Bruno G scored.
Yeah.
The other day, him and Bruno G
Fair
scored.
enough.
And
Scored
the
a
other night,
penalty, didn't he?
Bruno G scored
He,
no goal and Gordon scored.
I just
I
remember
saw
him being
yesterday,
really
actually,
bad at the
Gordon
start.
equalled the record for the most goals and assists in a single Champions League season by a Newcastle player.
With Alan Shearer, right?
With Alan Shearer, 7
I think he's 1 goal off
Fair
of
play.
Shearer in terms of
Champions League goals.
Champions League goals.
I mean, that's a testament to him. So
Something I just thought about the Liverpool striker situation is Isak had come in after Ekatike, which I thought was weird, and they'd
That
seen
was weird,
Ekatike play.
Yeah,
Ekatike scored twice on his debut. I think.
once in the Community Shield.
It was against us.
No, like Premier League.
A Premier League debut.
Oh,
Bournemouth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Premier League
yeah.
debut scored. Bournemouth scored against him.
And we all looked at it and was like, yeah, this guy might be the real deal.
He looked really good in that
And
game.
I think he scored the week after as well. And we were like, well, hang on, are we looking at the Isak transfer collapsing?
Do you even need Isaac?
But at the time, I wouldn't have really known where else Isak would have gone, to be
Yeah.
honest.
And I remember Ekatike literally, there was some sort of interview, wherever it was. Ekatike even said that he wouldn't have joined Liverpool had he known Isak was going there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of just.
Yeah.
It's so unfair on Ekatike that the fact they keep dropping him after good performances.
Yeah.
Keep dropping him for no reason.
I think he's been one of their better players recently
I think
as
he
well.
has been the best player this season.
He's got 5 goals so far in the Premier League this season.
Yeah.
But a lot of his performance, a lot of his appearances at the moment are coming off the bench. 'Cause they're trying to force Isak in.
I think Szoboszlai has probably been their best player. but
Szoboszlai's definitely their best player.
Yeah.
Ekatike,
FPL
maybe
beast
second.
if you're an FPL
beast.
fan
I
like
think
myself.
Gravenberch is probably up there as well because there have been some games this season where he's just controlled the game really, really well.
I think last few weeks he's been poor though. I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of Liverpool fans complaining.
Earlier on in the season though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And then obviously
Yeah.
all of last season he was brilliant. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think as a whole, I think they're still saying McAllister's carrying an injury or something.
Yeah.
And that's where his problem is.
Mm.
But they have so much potential in that team to turn it around still.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And they will probably still finish top 4.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Reckon
that's debatable.
I think
I don't know.
Because all it takes is to sort out whatever the hell is going on.
But the thing is, right, like look at all the teams that are on form at the moment. You've got obviously Arsenal, who, in my opinion, are probably going to win the league this season. They've got far more depth than everyone else that's sort of competing in that sort of, top 4 region. You've got Man City, who are obviously very, very good.
Yeah.
Not from a biased perspective, obviously, but I don't feel like we have as much depth as Arsenal, but I feel like we're showing signs in terms of we can get results against the bigger teams and then maybe challenge for the league.
I think you got a more talented starting 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But your depth.
I think we have a better brand of football than Arsenal.
Arsenal's brand of football.
I don't think that's a difficult.
What do you mean? Set pieces, man.
Like you've seen how much they're struggling to score. I know they scored 3 the other night, but they've struggled to score goals since Gabriel's been out.
Yeah, well, that's why Madueke coming in, he's bagging.
I think Madueke and Martinelli scored fantastic goals.
Yeah, I mean, the first goal Madueke scored yesterday was just like...
Yeah. But, then again, it is Club Brugge.
Yes.
They drew 3-0 to Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona are a weird team.
Yeah.
Barcelona don't know whether they're good or bad.
Has anyone else disappointed you in terms of teams? Anyone else is disappointed? Because I'm going to sound really critical here, but Man United
looking good last few.
They're so inconsistent.
I think that Man United for a good few years now have been all over the place.
Yeah.
And I'd still class them as a disappointment. I don't think Amorim has a clue.
But I think the thing is, Man United actually need to give... I know Amorim's been there, a year pretty much now. But the thing is, for every single club, you need to actually keep a manager for a fairly long period of time. Because, the way I see it, if a club gets in a new manager, it's like a manager's having to work with multiple different new signings. So miracles don't happen overnight. You need an actual long-term project that a manager can stick to, and the players are actually willing to get on board with, and then eventually work their way into the tactic, and then results will come over time. But that's just the way I see it.
Yeah, when they start to look good, I don't know what happens to them. They look really good opening game of the season against Arsenal.
Yeah.
I thought they looked really good. And then poor against Fulham.
That's the thing. It's just they lose the game and then all their confidence just goes.
That's always been the United thing since Fergie left. They've always, as soon as the club atmosphere plummets so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's because they're still trying to live off those glory days.
Yeah.
And in terms of players now, what individuals do you think have underperformed so far at their respective clubs?
Victor Gyökeres.
Victor Gyökeres.
This is an interesting one, and I want to...
It's a tough one, because it kind of depends on the way... I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans say there's a certain way that Arteta wants Gyökeres to play in terms of being that sort of pressing striker, sort of just cause havoc at the back. But I mean, how many goals has he scored this season? 5 or 6?
He scored 2 against Leeds.
I think he's got 3 or 4 in the Premier League and 2 in the Champions League.
Yeah,
I'm going to get on that. But I think that it's the wrong system. I think he's a brilliant goal scorer.
I think on paper it's the right system. I just think he's not that good.
I saw a lot of Arsenal fans debating, we haven't had a striker for 2 years. But they've played Havertz, Moreno, even Jesus as a striker. It's not like when City fully just went fuck the striker. We're going with Foden up top.
No, it was primarily Foden on the left hand side or Sterling, and then De Bruyne as a false 9.
Yeah.
But even then, that season De Bruyne was just he was a joke.
Yeah.
He scored 15 or 16 goals that season.
To be fair, it's pretty easy when you've got De Bruyne.
Yeah. It's not like they've been playing without a striker in general. They've just been playing without a player that is naturally a striker.
I was gonna say, speaking of De Bruyne, here's a take that you'll probably enjoy. In my opinion, De Bruyne is top 20 players of all time. That's just
Is
what
there a bit of bias there?
Is this
I don't think there's any
for the
bias whatsoever.
TikTok or the YouTube short, George?
Both.
Instagram reel.
Just for
Get
the
it on
news,
everywhere.
obviously.
Yeah, everywhere.
I mean, the things with De Bruyne is that I can't name another midfielder that I've seen in my lifetime that I can comfortably say is better than Kevin De Bruyne. As a creative midfielder, you can look at Modric, Kroos, like Iniesta, Xavi. Like, yes, they may all be like different, like random, like a different brand of players in terms of like their play style. But I think the way that De Bruyne sort of like conducted himself as a playmaker, where he can sort of get the ball and then just make anything happen. Like you can't think like you can name me another midfielder in world football that could do that.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
You said your favourite player was David Silva, right? Where does he rank?
If he's any higher than Kevin De Bruyne,
He won't be higher than.
I
Silva,
think
right?
that makes the TikTok. I think that would make a TikTok.
Maybe 21st. No, I'm only joking. I think David Silva, he's definitely like criminally underrated.
Underappreciated in how good he was.
Do you think he's underappreciated? But then again, I think there's a whole lot of players you put ahead of him in terms of.
Yeah, but the thing is,
who you'd rather.
A lot of people sense like who the best player in a certain position is over like stats and whatnot and like trophies. But I think the way that like if you watch like a compilation of clips of David Silva, you can see how good he was. Like he could receive the ball in like tiny pockets of space and just make anything happen. And like there aren't many midfielders like in world football today that can do that. So
yeah.
And look at the amount of stuff he won as well. Like he won the World Cup of Spain, he won the Euros.
Yeah, it was that season he just turned up bald and just went went crazy.
Yeah, he was comfortably one of our best players. And I think that season as well was probably our best season ever, to be honest. That 18-19 season, even more so than the treble season, because
Was that the 100-point year?
no, it was the season after.
Right.
But I think that season where Sterling, like there was one stat that Sterling had where in terms of goals and assists he was keeping up with Messi. Which just
That's
shows
crazy.
Which shows how good he was in his prime, and obviously we had
System winger.
You look at him now.
System winger.
Do you not remember that
like
world-class
Sterling,
season at
though.
Arsenal?
I really like Sterling.
He screams Crystal Palace, by the way. I'm not gonna lie.
Does
he
he?
screams Crystal Palace.
How so?
It's the old washed England players go to Crystal Palace. Like Nathan Klein went to Crystal Palace.
Nathan Klein.
Nathaniel
Klein.
He was at Palace before.
Yeah, he was at
Liverpool.
Palace before Liverpool,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
And he just went back.
Yeah, and he's just come
Oh,
back.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Is he still there?
I think he's a Palace fan. So
Who?
Nathaniel Klein.
I actually can't think of many washed English players that actually went to Palace
Yeah.
towards the end of their career.
Jason Punchin.
Oh, baller.
I love
Absolute
Jason
Barclays. Love that man.
Andros Townsend.
Should have won us the FA
That
Cup.
Was he there
that
for a
wasn't-
while?
Townsend was,
He was there for a
still.
little bit, but he was still sort of in his prime. Really.
Scored a beautiful goal against you lot, didn't he?
Oh, that goal.
I know. Joke.
He come from Tottenham. I think we sold him to you,
Yeah.
and he was really good. But I think he just weren't getting in. I can't remember who we had on the right at the time, but he just weren't getting in. But
Isn't it like Aaron Lennon.
I think it was the end of Lennon when he come from.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, went like at Palace, at Everton, and I can't remember who went after that. I was a big fan of Townsend.
Yeah.
Right, back from reminiscing from the past. By the way, Gyökeres has 4 goals this season. 2 of those were against newly promoted Leeds United.
That's the thing, and even that one was a pen. The defending for his first goal was so poor. He done well to like.
It was a good
break
finish.
through. It was good finish, good little run, but the defending was so poor. And then what was it? His third goal was against Forest. I'm pretty sure it's just a really decent ball in from Eze, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was on a counter attack.
That was.
And then I think
Champions League.
The 2 Champions League goals that he scored were so bad. They both just hit him. He had no clue about either of them.
Just walks into the goal.
I think he nearly missed the first one. He kicked it against the defender. He's just lucky it went in. Because I don't think if the defender went there, he's kicking out wide.
Honest, if Gyökeres starts every game from now until the end of the season, how many goals does he get?
I think he barely gets 15.
Barely gets 15.
He's still in a very good Arsenal squad. That will
I
create a lot of
think
chances.
You can't really predict it.
The people that he would have around him, he's got Saka, he's got Martinelli, Madueke.
I don't rate him one bit.
Martinelli is so pony.
So bad.
He's been good recently, but he is so pony.
Declan Rice from the corners because he's 6'3" or 4. Like,
But he's just so poor with his head. Do you know before he joined Arsenal, he scored 4-headed goals?
What, Rice?
No, not Rice.
Gyökeres.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
But like for Coventry, I thought he'd scored a whole lot more like headed goals.
Yeah.
But no.
I wrote down another name of possibly will go down as one of the biggest flops in Premier League history, and that's Florian Wirtz. goodness
You don't think
gracious.
he'll become good?
He will end up being good. But
I
the way he
think
started this season.
As much as people slander him, I think it's still way too early.
I think for 100 and what's it 20, 30 million, you've got to be good instantly.
I agree.
I
I
think
for
that's
that
unnecessary
money-
pressure. Because I mean, remember that everyone wrote off Grealish, and then he in that treble-winning season, he was unreal.
Yeah.
And even now at Everton, he is a big part of Everton being like fighting for Europe this season so far.
He won Player of the Month in August, so
Yes, he did. I think he did an interview after one of the games that he played and was like, "It's nice to be enjoying my football again from the City system."
He loves Moyes, Grealish.
It's awful system at City, mate. By the way. Yeah.
No, but the thing is, right, like, even when Grealish was at City, last season, when Doku and Savinho.
You should just let him come to us.
Savinho is like, don't get me wrong, there's... I don't have the words for Savinho.
There's a player there. When I watch him,
There's a player with no ability. There's a guy who, as a left foot, doesn't really have he's got a right leg to stand on it. But yeah, he's just like, he's one of those players that just exists. He hasn't really got, like, I think he's got 5 goals and assists in the past 2 seasons. He's just like, I know I should be like, sort of bigging him up and stuff, like as a City fan, but there have been too many times where Savino has just been extremely like lazy on the ball, doesn't really want to get involved. But there are times where he can take on his man, but I feel like he needs to just sort of, I'm not sure whether it's a confidence thing. Like it's the case with a lot of wingers in the Premier League. Like whether it's a confidence thing or whether like even with like big like high profile wingers or just attackers in general that come to the Premier League have like go on like a poor run of games and then get slandered by the media, and then all of a sudden their form just declines and they never actually get back to that sort of standard again.
Yeah.
Well, it was the opposite with Brendan Johnson last season.
Yeah.
He deactivated his Instagram account and then just turned into
all of a sudden
the most
good.
informed winger.
Yeah.
Back post Brennan.
But I will say about Brendan Johnson, I love him so much. I think he's so good at just arriving late and scoring.
I think he should be a striker.
Basically.
I think he should be a striker, but I've never seen a man.
Talksport said he should have been a striker as well.
I've always said he should be a striker.
Yeah.
He's got an eye for goal.
He's got a finish on him as well.
He can't cross the ball for his life though.
He can't take on a man to save his life. I've never seen a man so ineffective in a game but still scores. He was our top goal.
That man, I love watching
money.
that guy play.
I love Richarlison.
He's
but
so fluky, but it's fantastic.
With Richarlison is that he's willing to just work for nothing. He is relentless in pressing, and he's probably one of our best pressers. And he is relentless in the way that he'll just work and work and work, even if he doesn't score. But it's the fact that he doesn't do much in a lot of games. His hold-up play is so poor.
It's so bad.
But then he'll have a game where he'll win so many free kicks, and that's when we look.
He'll
good.
just score an outrageous goal out of nowhere.
I mean, the goal that Richarlison scored against Arsenal was just, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was unreal. But in a million other universes, he's just not doing that.
He needs another striker next to him. He can't run the line on his own. When we played PSG and he had Colin Mawani next to him, he looked so good. When he was at Everton and he had Calvert-Lewin next to him, it worked so well because he is so deadly in the box, but anywhere else on the pitch,
deadly's a strong word.
Do you reckon
he's deadly in the box? Like he is on 6 goals already this season.
I think he's inconsistent, but when he's like, I mean, the thing is, it's so cliche to say like on your day, but the thing is, like on his day, he can be really, really good.
On his day, he's really good.
Do you think, Lewis, Richarlison and Nketiah partnership?
Oh,
Would that cook?
Lack of threat. That's what I'd call that.
Right. So the next segment of the podcast is the complete opposite of what we've just done. Only we're not going to hopefully not ramble about David Silva again. So far, 15 games in, who has impressed you? What team has impressed you? I think we know what's coming. I'm just waiting for it. It's coming.
Palace.
There it is. Cody, I'm sure you're going to want to talk to us as an in-depth rate of what you think Palace has been like.
Should we come back to Palace? Because you can also talk about the fact you're playing tonight.
Yeah, we
Yes,
can. Yeah,
that's the
We
point.
maybe we come back to
just
Palace.
spoiled my mind.
So, I wrote down Aston Villa
Villa have been good.
on the list that I've
I
had.
don't think they started that well, did they?
They didn't
Yeah, it started
score.
off really poorly.
Yeah,
But they've got 9 wins out of their last 10, which is crazy.
that's
Yes.
And I saw a stat, it's the first time they've done so since 1919.
that's why I don't think
It's crazy.
Liverpool will get top 4 because Villa are so good.
How long it will last is.
I think Villa will get top 4.
But the thing is, like, towards the end of the season, it's all about depth.
Yeah,
Like, whether you can hack it.
They struggle to bring anyone
that's
in.
why I don't think we'll finish top 4. We don't have the depth.
Where it's getting to the point where you're struggling with the amount of games you're playing. You're playing 3 times a week.
We're very bad in
Against
European
Wi-Fi
fixtures.
passwords, though.
Yeah,
Well, but
European
they
fixtures-
lost to Larnaca and Strasbourg the other day.
yeah.
So
And then,
what do we think of Villa then as a challenge to Arsenal?
Not a challenge to
No.
Arsenal.
They're not a challenge to Arsenal, but I think they'll definitely get sort of in and around Champions League.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of very impressive individual players. Like, I think we were speaking before the podcast about Kamara.
Yeah, Boubacar Kamara.
CDM.
So good.
He's been one of my favourite players to watch this season in the fact that he can sort of just get the ball and he's so like composed. Like he should like from a tackling perspective as well. He's just really really good.
yeah.
And I mean, he's just one of those players that is really really just sort of like
I think
you enjoy watching him.
Yeah, he also partners Tielemans so well. And Tielemans has been good for years now.
And Onana as well.
Yeah.
Onana's a weird one though. I know a lot of Villa fans don't love him. From what
I've heard that as well.
that they'd much rather see like obviously Kamara and Tielemans.
He scored on his debut,
Did.
Onana, and then
Did score his debut. But yeah, I've just heard that they just think he just doesn't bring what they need.
And the person that I thought would jump to mind before, being as the World Cup is only 6 to 8 months away potentially. I don't know when the first dates of the World Cup are. Is Morgan Rogers. I think he is playing his way to go into America.
He in that Arsenal game,
I
he
think
was
he's
so
already there.
fun to watch.
You think he's there?
I think he's there.
I think
The fact he won Young Player like what was it, Young Player of the Year last year, I think kind of already cements his place in that squad anyway. So I know it's
what starting?
not starting. I think
He's got too many talented players in his position.
I think
That Mason.
the thing is
Mason Mount Remontada. We're here for it.
you see so many people on social media saying that Eze should start on the left hand side for England at the World Cup, but
No.
in my opinion, he's not a winger. He's not good enough to be a winger. But in terms of like how Tuchel's going to play, whether he's going to play with a double pivot or like just as a 6 and 2 8s, you don't really know.
Yeah.
But I think what Rodgers has that's different from the rest of the people in his position is not only can he pick the ball up and move with it, like drive up the pitch very, very quickly, I think he's a strong dribbler as well.
He's got shot
Very
as well.
good, very good on the ball. And I think Tuchel will also look at him as an asset from set pieces. I think obviously he scored a free kick a couple of weeks ago. Not a bad free kick.
We have
good
quite
technique.
a few free kick takers.
Yeah,
but Yeah.
should have saved it.
Yeah,
He didn't even move.
but
I know it was a good free, like on paper it was a good free kick.
Yeah.
but the keeper should have saved it.
I think he is going to be a crucial piece to Villa's future success to start with.
Yeah.
And I think
England winning the World
England.
Cup. I'm saying it now.
I've just thought about them, and they are currently sat, as the time of recording, they are sat in 7th in the Premier League. I think that Everton have surprised me a lot as well.
Yeah, I mean, Iliman Ndiaye is probably
Iliman Ndiaye
he
is a baller confirmed. He is
Do you see?
he is way too good to be playing for Everton.
You see that clip of him nutmegging that guy?
on
Yeah.
the
Bounced it
BBC.
through his
Oh,
legs.
it's unbelievable.
Belongs in the Nephew Freestylers video.
Absolutely.
I think we learnt a lot about Everton when they played Man United a couple of weeks ago, and they went down to 10, I believe.
Yeah, really early on as well.
Yes, and I think David Moyes deserves a lot more credit than what he's got.
Oh yeah.
First of all,
100%.
he's got that team organised, which they hadn't really had much organisation, I would say.
I think the things with David Moyes and Everton is that he kind of already knows the sort of foundation and the bounds of the club.
Yes,
he's already been there.
Yeah, it's not new inventory, it's not new stock. It's all. I know the club. Let's go and dig this team out of shit.
Yeah.
And Jai, we've spoken about, very, very good on the ball. Dewsbury Hall, I'm pleased to see him doing well. I think
he's been really good.
My little FPL cheap beast of the year so far.
I still don't think he gets an England team.
I don't think he'll go, but
yeah,
well,
I think he's been really impressive, and his resurgence from where he was, I think he's playing better than he ever has.
Yeah,
he's got an engine. He can do anything in the midfield. I'd also like to say, as we've also spoken about, Jack Grealish.
Yeah,
I'm taking him to the World Cup if it's me today.
I like that shout.
I've always liked the pairing of centre backs they've got in Tarkowski and Branthwaite.
Yeah.
I mean, Man United were looking for like 80 million for him, I think, at some point in the summers gone by. Tarkowski, you know what you're going to get from Tarkowski, another FPL legend, if you have it be. Yeah. But I think the star of the show for them is Jordan Pickford.
Yeah. He's always been the star of the show there, though. Yeah. He's so good. He's a big part of how they stayed up 2 years in a row.
He's slightly inconsistent in some games where he can sort of just let in howlers every now and then. But there are some games like, what was it, Man United away, where I think it was a Xerxes header and he made an unbelievable
save. He faces so many shots a game.
Yes.
The stakes are going to creep in. Yeah. And he's pretty, he's had a couple of mistakes for England, but he's been pretty flawless.
And I think that he will remain England goalkeeper for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Not Henderson, not Dean Henderson.
Pickford just
I mean, the things how old's Pickford now? What, 32? 33?
Pickford's in his 30s. I can just check that, actually.
But I don't think Dean Henderson's a whole lot younger.
I think he's like 28, 29.
Jordan, I think Dean Henderson's 28, I think.
Dean Henderson might get 2 years, but then that depends on the development of Trafford.
How old do you think Jordan Pickford is?
33.
Jordan Pickford is 31.
31.
I'm fairly sure Dean Henderson's 28.
Yeah.
Fairly sure.
28 or 29.
And then obviously they've got Pope, who I think might be older than both of them.
Yeah, I think he's 33.
I remember him from the good old Burnley days as Sean
He was so good at Burnley, but he's just not good enough.
And then they've got,
and then
obviously
he's not good enough with his feet, and I think Tuchel wants players that can play with their feet, which is why like players like Tarkowski isn't really getting in the England team.
Yeah,
that's why he loves Konza and Gay at the back.
Although I saw one stat from last season where apparently Tarkowski had the highest average rating out of any defender in the Premier League last season, which was like 7.3, I think it was.
Well, he's just so solid for a team like Everton.
Yeah,
like you can rely on him to make blocks.
Yeah,
all day. Pope is 33 by the way.
33. Yeah, that's Dean Henderson's chance will be dependent on the development of Trafford, whether he can get away from City.
Yeah.
Already.
I think he probably will leave City, to be honest, because I mean, Trafford's coming to City with the expectations of like he's expecting to be the number one goalkeeper, and then all of a sudden we signed Donnarumma. Like,
I don't blame you though.
It didn't make any sense to me. Like, how long ago did we sign Donnarumma? What, 3 months ago?
Yeah.
It still doesn't make any sense to me now. Like, although Donnarumma's been playing okay, but like it just doesn't really make any sense to me why we signed Trafford and then went on to sign Donnarumma.
I've heard Donnarumma's been really good.
Yeah, but I mean, there's been some games where, I mean, he's been at fault for some goals. Like, although he's 6'6", he's very sort of, like, he's just not very good in the air, which is,
unbelievable to say for someone who's so tall.
Yeah. It's a bit concerning.
Fair enough.
Is it time to talk about Crystal Palace, Cody?
Huh?
Is it time to talk about Crystal Palace?
It's up to you guys, honestly.
I'm going to offer my opinion
from
someone who watches Palace.
Yep.
Their defence is incredible.
They have a really good defence.
They are brilliant defensively. Three, Chris Richards, FPL legend, by the way, from this year.
Yeah.
I've had Chris Richards since like week 2. Consistently brilliant. Guehi, I absolutely love him. I think he's the best centre-back England has right now,
probably,
in my opinion.
Yep.
You're going to say John Stones, aren't you?
A fully fit John Stones, to be fair.
I think John Stones is a very good player, but he's never fit anymore. But in my opinion, I think in terms of best English centre-back, it's between him and Ezri Konsa, in my opinion.
I'd still say Gay.
And then obviously we've got Lacroix.
Lacroix.
And and Daniel Munoz, who is
Injured.
He's
but very injured right now.
He's also been like
so
one of the
good.
standout players this year.
Yeah.
I'd say probably Palace's best player this year from his position.
Yeah.
Positionally.
Probably, yeah. Him
Then
or
they've
Wharton,
got
really.
Wharton, who
One of the most
If
exciting
he's-
midfielders.
he's
now.
surely got his ticket to America next year.
Yeah.
But
Whether he'll play or not, I don't know.
yeah, because Tuchel loves Anderson.
I think he.
I
I
really like Elliot Anderson.
I prefer Wharton, obviously, because I'm a Palace fan, but
They've got
Anderson's a good player.
Kamada in there as well, who's had a resurgence as well this season. Signed on a free from Frankfurt last year or the year before.
No, from Lazio, I think.
Lazio?
Yeah, I think it was because he moved from
Lazio, yeah.
Frankfurt.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Because obviously he was really good under Glasner at Frankfurt
Yeah.
the year that they won the
and then up
Europa League.
front, you've got Jeremy Pino, who's starting to find a finishing product.
He's
Yeah.
such a weird player, Pino.
No,
love
but
so
he's young, and I think he's got a long way to
He
go.
He's got a football manager legend.
He's very
He's
likable,
absolute
Pino.
football manager.
You got Mateta as well,
Mateta's XG to goal ratio is a bit scary right now.
but on his day,
These
he
days.
can put them away.
But
I think Mateta might be the only striker in world football that could score a hat trick and then miss the easiest chance he's ever going to get.
I think he's when
You're
he's
not
XG
wrong.
that game like outrageous.
0.97, I think his XG was.
Yep.
Something like
Probably.
that. And then Ismail Assar
Oh, I love
as
Sarr.
well.
I think he's
Sarr
so
is
underrated.
really
So,
good.
so Cody, what do you think of Crystal Palace overall?
Overall, very good season. I hope to keep up, but we need signings in January if we want to like push for top four. Which I don't at this current state. I don't think we'll get top four purely
No.
because of depth.
It's too early.
Yeah,
I think you might be able to get Conference League again and
Yeah.
possibly Europa League, depending on
if we
how
win
much
it.
you push on.
I still think we win it. Conference League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should
Realistically,
do.
you should.
Should.
win.
Other than Fiorentina, who have been trying to win it for the last 4 years now.
Yeah.
They've been in the final the past 2 seasons and lost both times. So
Did lose to West Ham.
So
in the
if,
final.
if it's Palace Fiorentina in the final, then
Yeah, I think they're probably the only team that I can think of that are probably your rivals for the Conference League
probably or yeah.
or Strasbourg.
Don't mention that team's name. If
You mean
someone
Chelsea's FIFA
mentions Omega, I'm gonna flip this. mic
Omega's
over.
so good. I didn't realise
Omega's
how
really
good he
good.
was until I watched him in that
Yeah,
Palace
he
game.
was bullying our defense.
So
Sorry,
now
Billy
we're going
Ben.
to go on to a.
You've just signed Omega, haven't you?
We have indeed.
Yeah.
I'm very pleased because he's.
I would get excited
brilliantly.
if
he's not going to play
'cause I
though.
like him.
No, he probably won't.
You've got
Probably
about
won't.
you've got about nine or 10 strikers that you just don't play anyway.
Mhm.
Like,
And none of them are on.
I think Bayern have already confirmed they're not going to pay for Jackson. I'm pretty sure because
that guy's a funky striker.
Funky striker.
Funky striker.
No,
Funky
What,
striker.
what,
I
what
love
do you mean
that.
by that?
Well, he has games where he looks like he's going to be semi-competent,
Yep.
and then he has other games where he just doesn't know where the goal is.
Yeah.
But I think he suits the kind of striker that Palmer wants. Someone who's going to run, and someone who's
you
going
need
to run
Palmer
into the
back.
space. We do need Palmer
You need
back.
Palmer
I
back
cannot
so
wait for
bad.
his return.
And Caicedo.
Oh, that guy's so good.
I mean, he cost you that win against Arsenal.
I don't care. Caicedo.
You would've-
Caicedo's the best player we
I'll tell
have
you-
by a country mile.
One
in
thing
my
that pisses
opinion.
one thing that pisses me off so much is people like comparing Caicedo to Kante. Like they're completely different
Yeah,
players.
I wouldn't-
Kante's a box to box, and Caicedo's a ball winning midfielder, and people
Yeah.
get it twisted so
Who's
much.
getting past them if they're together?
They both
No
just
one.
run a lot.
No one.
That's the only like.
No one is.
No, but the thing is, you like in a double pivot, you wouldn't play a box to box midfielder and a ball winning midfielder.
So I'd have Caicedo, I'd have Kante, and I'd have Lampard. Who's getting through that? What other midfield getting past that?
Wharton Kamada.
Tony
That's what you
Pulis
think.
is Stoke City.
Oh, what a team!
That is true.
But that's for another episode of the podcast. Are there any individuals that you think have impressed you? I've got one who has really come out the shadows this season, and that is Brentford's Igor Thiago. He has an eye for goal.
To be fair, he's scored I think 5 pens.
Yeah, a lot of
out
pens,
of his I think 9,
You still got to score
11
11
League
goals, five or six have been pens. I think he's been really good still. I actually thought when they signed him, he'd be good for a team like Brentford because he's so similar to Tony in the fact that he's just pure muscle and will just score goals.
He presses as well.
He presses well.
And that the first United goal when they played against United,
that was Maguire's fault.
Incredible finish. He helped.
Yeah.
Maguire's no.
Maguire went
we
running.
know what Maguire's like. Honestly, we know what kind of player he is, but he's not like skinny. He's not going to get pushed around, but he did get pushed around by Igor Thiago, and the finish. Yeah. No keepers in the world saving that.
I mean, he scuffed it horrifically, but you can't.
Beautiful though.
You can't take away from the finish.
I thought about Dewsbury Hall and Grealish, but we've already spoken about them. I know you're bound to talk about Ryan Cherky, and I think we're going to let you have your segment on Ryan Cherky.
I don't have enough words to describe how good Ryan Cherky is. I think he's definitely one of the most underrated midfielders in world football right now. Like, there was one stat where over the past 3 seasons, if you're talking like multi-assist games, he's got the exact same as Saka, and he's played 63 less games than him.
That's mad.
Like, which is it's crazy. And I think the things with Cherky as well is that he's so skillful on the ball.
I was going to say it's fun to watch. Very fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people comparing him to Messi. I think that's a bit too far to say.
Very uncharacteristic of a Manchester City winger, fun to watch, in my eyes. I've had
Jeremy Doku.
I've had this opinion for a long time that Man City is City is the grave for
Foden. He's quite fun to watch. I know he's not a winger, but
I like what Doku and Cherky are doing right now. Doku having an incredible season as well. I'd like to add. He's getting. I think something that we spoke about last year. Was a finishing product. Yeah. Something that we needed to. That City needed to address.
It's something that Doku's been missing for a long, long time, but I think he's definitely improved on his end product.
That goal against Liverpool,
where he sort of just cut inside and then just whipped into the top.
That's a Doku goal, in my eyes.
I think there aren't many games this season where Doku's been like standout, but I think there's definitely sparks. Like, there's definitely potential there.
Yes.
But I think the things with Doku is that, if he works on his end product, well, this is pretty obvious. But if he works on his goal scoring ability, he might be one of the best wingers in the world. But he needs to work on his decision making as well, because there have been a couple of times where he's sort of got the ball and he doesn't really know what to do with it. So he's either just trying to take on his man with no sort of, with no direction whatsoever, or just passes it back.
He does a lot of just running across the pitch, not up the pitch. Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah. Is there anyone that you want to talk about, Lewis, who has been an amazing signing?
Paulinho is so good. Honestly, he makes me feel.
I don't think that was ever in question, because I think, obviously he's played in the Premier League before. He knows the level. He knows.
He wins that ball so much. I've never seen a man so happy to tackle, and I think he's got the most tackles, and he doesn't even play every game.
It's wonderful to see football has taken that direction now, that we have fun players and we have people.
God bless long throw-ins.
Cody, is there anyone else who has potentially new signings? Maybe
new signings. I don't know really. I know we talked about him earlier, but I think Szoboszlai has been really good. Like, despite Liverpool's form,
not to state the obvious, but the Norwegian striker Erling Haaland, he's quite good. He's
taken a step. He's taken a step up as well.
Right.
But he's League 2 standards, so
yeah,
he's League 2 standards, so I can't really comment much on Erling Haaland. Like, other than
I would rather have him to build my team around than Mbappe.
Esteval.
I'm not.
I don't know why I said Esteval.
I've heard his name be said so many
I'm not
different ways.
going to let my bias get to me, but I think
you're going to let the bias get to you.
Yeah, I might. He is fun to watch, and that's what I like. And he's got an end product as well. That Barcelona goal, sitting Kubasi on his arse, a finish from that angle, he's going to be incredible.
We said the exact same thing about Ansu Fati 5 years ago. Look what.
Oh.
No, but Ansu Fati was like 16 back then. This is Esteval, who's had
And plus, Ansu Fati had a massive injury, which kind of stopped his career.
But the thing is,
You just got to keep Esteval fit.
Like, where do you think Ansu Fati would be now if he didn't have that injury?
Ansu Fati's having a resurgence, I'm fairly sure, in France, right?
Yeah, Monaco.
Oh yeah, Monaco.
Yeah, he's doing well this season, but whether he's going to reach the sort of heights that people expected him to get to, I don't think it's going to be.
No, I think if he didn't get injured, to be fair, if he continued playing at level he was playing at, we may not have seen Yamal yet.
Yeah.
They are the same role. And Yamal is Yamal is much better, but I doubt Yamal would have got promoted to the first team that quickly because Ansu Fati would have had that role locked down.
Yeah.
And it would have been Fati, Rafinha, and
I know Yamal's so good though.
Yamal is so good.
I
reckon he's special.
He's really good.
That kid is born to play football. Right?
Yeah, but it's the fault of like certain players. I mean, Saka never would have got a chance as early as he did if it weren't for Arsenal having such an injury crisis.
Yeah,
and
all them just being shit, to be honest. Like
they were so shit.
Yeah, I mean, who was it? They had Kolasinac, Mustafi, Socrates, and
We
Bellerin.
spoke about
What do you
this
mean,
the other day.
Kolasinac the other night?
We spoke about this the other day. Sad Kolasinac still going at Atalanta.
Mustafi was a footballer.
Who were
was a
incredible.
Mustafi was a person. I doubt footballer.
Mustafi existed. Like, do you know how crazy that is? Like,
honestly,
that
watching
is crazy.
Mustafi and Gyökeres like centre back partnership was painful, and then subbing David Luiz as well. Absolute partnership.
What a baller! I'll remember him forever.
Oh my god! Do you remember what my brother said about Bellerin?
Oh my god, he said Bellerin was the Premier League's best right back ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Really?
Says he'll take him over Kyle Walker.
Over Kyle Walker? Kyle Walker?
I don't think he actually watches a lot of football.
Yeah,
it's been it'd be an interesting foot race.
Yeah.
Bloody Kyle Walker.
To be fair, I think Bellerin speaks better English than Kyle Walker. I think that's the only thing you'd give him. Yeah, to be fair, your brother comes out with the most outrageous takes.
Does he watch football?
Yeah.
Is he a Palace fan?
Yeah, he's a
Are you
Palace
sure?
fan. I don't know. I think he watches it occasionally. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
how
I'm not
often he watches
surprised. Hector Bellerin over Kyle fucking Walker. I take Kyle Walker now over Bellerin at his best.
it. That's kind of crazy. I can't.
Yeah, that's about right.
that's
You take a bit
that's
of
crazy.
No. Bellerin left Arsenal when they had arguably one of their worst defences ever, I'd say.
Yeah, but that Bellerin breakout season wasn't very good.
Ainsley Maitland-Niles playing over him, for goodness sake. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Like, what's he doing nowadays? Like,
Just
beyond?
exists.
Like, he reminds me too much of Reece Nelson because of just bench rotting for Arsenal for years and years and years. But the fact that he would even put Hector Bellerin in the Kyle Walker conversation.
To be fair, you come out with one the other night.
Oh,
You saying that Caicedo is better than Ballon d'Or winning Rodri was a painful shout.
he is more.
You've got no idea what you're talking about, by the way.
He is more important to Chelsea.
I'm glad we have a City fan.
than Rodri is.
He's gotta
I'm
get
gonna
it.
stand on that.
He's
had to go again.
There. I'm gonna stand with that.
That is the worst thing I've ever heard.
George is not coming back for episode 2. It's gonna be James.
We're gonna get James in it.
I'll see you guys in episode 3.
If there's an episode 3.
Oh, there will be an episode 3. Don't you worry. Like, we've still got to shoot episode 2. You know. Like, but I want to end on because I think we'll probably call it soon.
I'd say we've probably got another 5 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, it's
All
fine.
right.
Okay.
I say 5-10 minutes.
So I want to end on the current leaders, Arsenal. Have they got what it takes to win? And I don't think they do.
I think their biggest problem is themselves.
Yeah.
I think the only people who are going to stop Arsenal from winning the league will be Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think Arteta just has it written all over his face. Like,
Arteta's not a winner.
There's going to be some sort of cock up at some point.
Yeah.
I don't think having Mourinho up front is a sustainable way to win the
He's
Premier
balling
League.
out, to be fair.
He's balling out.
Well.
I find Havertz is back
he's
soon,
an incredible.
Yeah. But realistically, what's
really-
Havertz going to do?
Miss a bunch of chances.
Yeah.
They have one of the best defences, I'd argue, of like the past 5 years in the Premier League. Like Saliba,
I'd arguably say 10.
I don't know if Lewis would agree.
I mean, I think there's
we got to go back.
there's definitely an
We'll
argument.
come to that.
But the thing is, I think the best like defence over the past maybe 10 years is Van Dijk and Matip at Liverpool, because there was that one season where
I know, like the whole back four. Would you include?
Oh, no, yeah.
Well, the best back four,
I'd say it's
undoubtedly.
the best back four since that Chelsea back four.
Yeah. That's never been touched. By the way.
I
That's
think
never,
it
no
probably
one's
is the
getting close
best
to that.
back four since then.
Yeah.
But it does still look vulnerable.
Yes.
Calafiori looks vulnerable at times. Very, very attractive
And
man,
we've
by the way.
seen
But
that pairing of Piero Hincapié,
Hincapié, I liked Hincapié, to be fair, at Leverkusen.
We've seen that partnership and how disorganised they looked.
They look a lot more vulnerable
at Chelsea.
Gabriel, yeah.
At Chelsea, they look when we went to pay them. Obviously, it wasn't the result that neither team really wanted. But I think that their success heavily relies on Gabriel and Saliba.
Yeah.
Gabriel's aerial presence is one of the best in world football right now.
Yeah, I think it probably is the best.
And Saliba is going to be one of the best centre backs of this generation, in my opinion. I'm talking from like 2020 onwards. He'll go down as one of the best in this generation.
Gabriel or Romero?
This was a debate. We had the other day.
I don't care, and it will rattle a lot of people. I don't care what anybody says. No one is going to watch, but I don't care what anybody says. I think both of our centre backs are better than Gabriel. I think Saliba's better than both our centre backs. But I think our centre backs are better than Gabriel.
You think that Van de Ven's better than Gabriel?
Yes.
That's
Genuinely, I think both our centre backs are better than Gabriel. The amount of times this season I've watched Gabriel stinkers be covered up by a corner goal. I don't care. It probably is biased. I don't care what anybody says. I think both of our centre backs are better than Gabriel.
Is your dad going to watch this podcast?
Probably.
He's going to see that.
Is there anyone that you would have over Romero?
Yeah, I said Saliba's better.
No, apart from Saliba.
I mean, we said the other night, I think, depending on whether you count Gavardio as a centre-back, you guys said yes. So I'd say probably sixth best centre-back in the Premier League right now. I'd say I'd much rather have Saliba over him. If you want to say Gabriel over him, go for it. I disagree. Very strongly disagree. But I'd say Van Dijk is still better, though he's already defending.
He's been poor this season, though.
He has, but we still know what Van Dijk is capable.
To me, I put Romero and Mark Gehi on the same.
I'd say Gay's slightly better.
I think he's fantastic.
I love
think
Gehi.
I've already said this, but
The only thing that I
think he's an
say
incredible player.
could make Romero better is if he's more composed in a tackle sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this idea that he's rash is crazy, though. I don't think he is as rash as people say. He loves the yellow card.
Probably not. He hasn't been sent off for 3 years. I know that.
He's been sent off 3 times in his career. In his Tottenham career. I think one was when he tried to kill Teo Hernandez, which
Poor guy.
yeah, which is quite funny to watch.
Where's he gone now? Saudi.
Yeah, Saudi. Once against Chelsea, which should not have been a red card. I still stand by.
That game was ridiculous.
That was the weirdest game I think I've ever watched. I actually thought that at
They
9
checked
men,
it. They checked it over as well, multiple times.
That's the thing. I think he so clearly gets the ball first, follows through. Yeah, fair enough. But I don't actually think the point of contact is as high. They think it's knee height. I didn't think it was as high. I think anywhere else on the pitch you get away with that.
I think also, going back to Arsenal, that I would say this year is their best chance.
It's their season. Like, it's their
they've got the balance in the midfield now. I'd argue. With
I love
Zubimendi.
I love Zubimendi.
He's very good. He's there to sweep up behind where Rice would be.
I think
it gives Rice that license to go forward.
Their midfield so depends on whether they can give in and start Eze now that Odegaard's back.
I really like Odegaard.
Odegaard's been so pony this season.
He's been so but they're going to force him in because he's
87
captain.
rated on FIFA. I don't care. Like, he's shit.
I think Martin Keown gave him man of the match the other day against
and
Villa.
Someone was slating him online for it.
Yeah, because Martin Keown's so biased.
Yeah. I think they are a pairing with Saka on the wings, an elite world class winger away if it's not this year.
Yeah.
Because it's for them to lose.
It is so theirs to lose.
And they've got some amazing players that you'd take nine times out of 10 in their team.
Yeah.
But I don't think Arteta is a strong enough coach.
He's got no experience in winning the biggest titles.
He's won the FA Cup, but I think the thing is
that's it.
I mean, they've come second so many times in the Premier League where it kind of gets to a point where you're thinking, like, surely this is their year.
Yeah.
I think if he doesn't win it, they've got to look elsewhere. In my eyes. Well, if you're going to bottle the league 4 years in a row, to teams especially when you had the upper hand, you have the advantage over the league, and you screw it up 4 years in a row. You've been there for 6. You had the first 1 or 2 to get the players that you wanted. I think he's been there around 6 years, hasn't he?
I think he's been there since
2019
or 2020.
Lockdown he come in, so going 6 years.
He's had time to get those players in that he wants.
He's definitely built something there.
He's built a very, very good system. He's got some amazing players. Timber, by the way, he's come along a lot this year. I think the defence is as good as it's ever going to be.
Yeah.
The midfield is complete. I think the attack, it's still missing its potency in the final third.
It's missing a striker, it's missing a left winger.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to say that they've just signed Gyökeres.
Yeah, Gyökeres.
I think this year it's theirs to lose. And I think if they screw this up, this will be one of the most embarrassing things in Premier League history.
It is such...
If they screw this up.
It is such a poor...
See, I think it's coming. I think they will win the league, but it is like, not to take anything away from them. It's been so poor up near the top. Yes.
Like, I mean, the fact that Villa are third after the way they started this season.
Yeah.
City went on a weird run at the start of the season where you lost to us, lost to Brighton, and even lost to Villa and Newcastle recently as well.
Yeah.
Like, and then whatever's happened to Liverpool, like. It will take something special for Arsenal not to win the league.
And I think that's good. I don't think they'll win it. I think this is...
I hope they don't. I'm not living anywhere.
Well,
I'm moving away.
Well, we've got a Spurs fan, we've got a City fan, we've got a Palace fan, and we've got a Chelsea fan. Of course we don't want him
None
to
of
win.
us want... I mean, I don't think any fans other than Arsenal fans want Arsenal to win the league.
I don't care.
Their fans don't deserve it after some of the things they've been saying on fucking TikTok. The delusional... I've seen some stupid shit in my time.
Ben, there's no way you're falling for
Bukayo
TikTok
Saka starting over fucking Carlos Tevez in the 09 to 10 Man United. Starting over Messi with Mbappe, Neymar, and obviously Messi. Some of the takes on TikTok, watch the table, lads. Some of the TikToks that I've seen of Arsenal fans, they don't deserve it. They do not deserve it.
I think a lot of it is
shout
rage
out AFT. Shout out AFTV. Will forever be in my
You are
hearts.
getting really rage baited, Ben.
Yeah.
You're falling for the rage bait.
It's really easy to rage bait you.
It is.
Yeah.
No, but it's because I'm so passionate about the beautiful game, you know. But
Arsenal fans are the most unbearable fans.
they are horrific fans. But
I mean, Chelsea fans are much better.
But I think someone online said that Chelsea's new wave of fans is getting as toxic as ever, and I think they're going to be up.
Fans have always been toxic.
No, like as on the same tier as Arsenal. Not in terms of delusion, but in terms of like insanity.
I wouldn't quite know. I wouldn't go that far.
It's the one that got me was watching AFT, like everyone on AFTV running through the streets doing the Gyökeres celebration.
Yeah, it's outrageous.
And seeing bloody Lee, the ball guy, running around doing the Gyökeres.
I love it. He's hilarious. But
it is pretty funny to like laugh at.
He's also a twat. Like he doesn't. But I think, do you want to call it there?
Might have to call it there.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will see you next time for another episode of Tactical Waffle.